Title: Alice's Journey to Japan, Navigating Cultural Sensitivity in Business. Alice had always dreamed of expanding her tech company internationally, and when the opportunity came to meet with a prestigious Japanese firm in Tokyo, she was ecstatic. This was her chance to prove herself on the global stage. After arriving in Tokyo, Alice was in awe of the city. The neon lights, the sleek buildings, and the harmonious mix of tradition and technology, everything felt like a new adventure. But she knew that to succeed here, she had to understand more than just the business landscape. Cultural differences were at the heart of every deal, and Alice was determined to learn. Her first meeting was at the headquarters of Tanaka Technologies, a major player in the tech industry. As Alice walked into the conference room, she greeted everyone with a firm handshake and a warm smile, thinking she was making a great impression. However, she quickly noticed the room fell silent. Everyone exchanged subtle glances, and Alice felt a slight tension in the air. After the meeting, Yuki, her local assistant, pulled Alice aside. "Alice, I noticed that you greeted everyone with a handshake. In Japan, we usually bow as a sign of respect, especially in business settings. Handshakes are not common here," Yuki explained gently. Alice blushed, feeling embarrassed. She hadn't realized that something as simple as a greeting could carry such weight. "I didn't mean to offend anyone," Alice said. Yuki smiled kindly. "It's okay, Alice. The important thing is that you learned and are open to understanding." The next day, Alice returned to the office for another important meeting with Mr. Tanaka, the CEO. Alice was excited to share her thoughts on a potential partnership. But as she started to speak, she noticed Mr. Tanaka, the senior leader, wasn't responding right away. Instead, he listened silently, as if reflecting on her words. Alice, feeling unsure, spoke again. "I think it's clear we can move forward with the deal." But again, Mr. Tanaka did not respond immediately. There was a pause, and Alice began to feel uncomfortable, thinking perhaps he didn't like her proposal. Later, Yuki quietly explained, "In Japan, seniority is very important in business. Mr. Tanaka's silence wasn't because he disagreed with you. He was simply taking the time to reflect and show respect for your ideas before responding. In Japan, it's normal for higher-ranking people to speak less in meetings." Alice took a deep breath, realizing that her desire to fill the silence with words might have seemed disrespectful. Listening was just as important as speaking, especially when dealing with senior figures. As the days went by, Alice started noticing a pattern. Japanese colleagues often didn't speak up quickly in meetings. The silence wasn't awkward, it was respectful. They were waiting for the right moment to speak, making sure they fully understood everything before responding. One afternoon, Alice had a one-on-one conversation with Keiko, another executive at Tanaka Technologies. "In Japan, silence is valued," Keiko explained. "It gives us time to think carefully before responding. It also shows respect for others' opinions." Alice realized that silence wasn't a bad thing. In fact, it allowed people to truly listen and make thoughtful contributions. Before leaving Japan, Alice wanted to express her gratitude for the opportunity. She knew that gift-giving was an important gesture in Japanese culture. Alice bought a beautifully wrapped notebook with a simple design, thinking it would be a nice and thoughtful gift for Mr. Tanaka. When she handed him the gift, Alice made sure to present it with both hands, just as she had been taught. Mr. Tanaka accepted it graciously, though he didn't show much excitement. Later, Yuki explained, "In Japan, the value of a gift isn't just in the item itself, but in the thought behind it. Also, gifts should be given with both hands to show respect. Simple gifts are often preferred over expensive ones, as it shows that the gesture is more important than the cost." Alice nodded, realizing that it wasn't just the gift that mattered, but the intent behind it and the effort to follow cultural norms. In Japan, the concept of harmony was central to all interactions. Alice soon realized that Japanese culture placed great importance on maintaining balance and harmony in relationships, especially in business. When discussing the potential deal with Tanaka Technologies, Alice had been too direct, pressing for a quicker decision. After the meeting, Keiko explained, "In Japan, business decisions are made with careful consideration. We avoid rushing or making abrupt decisions, as this can disrupt the harmony of the relationship." Alice felt humbled. She understood that in Japan, building trust took time, and that pushing too hard could be seen as disrupting that balance. As Alice boarded the plane back to New York, she reflected on everything she had learned. It wasn't just about the business deal, it was about understanding a different way of working and communicating. Alice had made some mistakes, but each mistake had taught her something important. She now knew that cultural sensitivity wasn't just about memorizing facts, it was about being respectful, patient, and observant. In Japan, it was about understanding hierarchy, embracing silence, valuing thoughtful gifts, and maintaining harmony. Alice smiled to herself. This trip had been more than a business success, it had been a journey of growth. She couldn't wait to apply everything she had learned in her future travels and business dealings. Subscribe and follow for more insights on navigating global cultures with respect, sensitivity, and awareness in business.